Hello everybody, and I hope you all are having an amazing day. As promised, we are going to continue diving into some second gen groups here. Today we are going to focus on just one single group, and that is of course Super Junior. And we're going to dive into 4 of what I would consider, I think, some of their top songs that they've released. Today we're going to be diving into Sorry Sorry, Devil, Mamacita, and Bonamana, something like that. I don't know how to specifically say that one without looking at it more closely, but regardless, I'm excited to dive into these guys some more. I absolutely love the first reaction we got to do to them with Mr. Simple, and I can't wait to dive into see what else they got for us. So let's go ahead and dive into this, guys, and have a good time with this. Here we go. Alright, starting off with Sorry Sorry. Wow. Oh, that was like an intro, okay. Oh. I like this little little kind of sound they got going in the back here. This like boop 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 boop. It's so cool. Like if you listen closely, it's like there amongst like the epic like dun 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 like sound. It's cool. Like listen to this. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Oh, that was nice. I love them incorporating the clap in the song into the actual choreography. That was dope. Sorry, sorry. Shorty, shorty, shorty. This is so catchy. I love it. Let's go. Oh, I love it. I love how like back in the day, the second gen era, there's almost like this just very subtle like auto-tuning added to all these guys' vocals. I mean, not in all the songs, but in some of the songs. But I feel like in this era in general, of like the late, or I should say the early 2000s and like the very early 2010s, there is like the love of like throwing in just a little bit of auto-tune here and there. I mean, look at like artists like T-Pain, Lil Wayne, you know, those kinds of rappers. And like even like I feel like they probably used it sometimes in like, you know, American boy groups like NSYNC and Backstreet Boys. That was just like the thing, you know, like that was I think happening at that time period. And it's cool because like for these guys, they're not really using it like into a point of like abusing it. They're using it in just a way, it's just a nice little subtle touch to like change their vocals just so slightly in a more artistic way than it is just to completely be like, let's just make it sound like they can sing when they obviously can clearly sing. It's just a nice little vocal effect they're throwing on there in a way. You know, it's like these days, like now it's like they use like vocoders and stuff like that, and they use like Vocaloids with like adding like almost like they have their they have their vocals ran through a synthesizer to make it sound like it's almost like auto-tune, but it's actually them just using a Vocaloid, and that's kind of what we use nowadays. But that back then it was like they didn't really have that advanced technology yet, so now it was just using auto-tune. But it's cool. I like it. Like I said, it's more of like an artistic effect than it is like them abusing it because they can't sing. Obviously they can sing. They got vocals for days. Woo. Sorry. Make it. Ah, Shawty. I want to sing along, but I can't sing along because I don't know the lyrics. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Oh, that's so fun. Ah, the choreography back then was so legendary. Hell yeah. Yes, boy. Go off. Woo. Oh my gosh. He was in Super Junior 2. I've seen him on freaking Knowing Bros also. Is like half of Knowing Bro or is half of Super Junior just as like people in Knowing Bros? I feel like there's at least like 2 or 3 different members in here, maybe even 4 that I've noticed that I've seen in Knowing Bros before. That's so funny. I had no idea like how many of these idols are in these shows that I love now watching. That's so funny. What the heck? Sorry. Shorty. That was like pure auto-tune. That was fun. Dang. Holy moly, that was awesome. I mean, this is just, this era K-pop is just full of like these old school, just awesome synths that I feel like I almost like remember like hearing in like, you know, the old school songs from like Daft Punk and stuff like that, mixed with like just these awesome like crazy heavy beats. And then, like I said, it's like some songs they love using a little bit of auto-tune, but other songs they don't. And it's just pure like vocal power that these guys had back in the day. And I mean, I think the thing about this music is like back in the day, this is the type of shit you listen to when you just wanted to dance, have a good time, and just feel like, you know, just leave all your worries behind that's going on in the world at that time period, and just be an idiot dancing around your room, like not even close to nailing the vocals or the like dance, but you're still doing it because you want to. And oh my gosh, these guys are so fun, honestly. And I can't believe how many of them I actually know, maybe not by their name, but like, I know just from seeing them in reality shows that I watch nowadays. It's mind-blowing. But oh my gosh, okay, let's move on, because I mean we got something more to go, but like I want to have some fun here. So next one is going to be Devil, which I think is a little bit newer one. Yeah, this one was from 2015, so we're kind of getting into a little bit newer, we'll say like end of the road of second gen era of K-pop. I mean, obviously they're still since they're second gen, but this is like we're getting towards more like when the third gen stuff starts coming around. So this might sound a little bit different than the other ones, but let's see. Whoa, that was wild. The motorcycle sound was just directly pushed into the left side of my ear. That was crazy sounding. What? Wow. It's like, it sounds like rock. Wow. The Speed Chaser. Haha. Whoa, her eyes went red. Okay, that was just for the intro. That was cool. Oh. Super Junior C1, When I Kiss You. This is like a movie. What the heck's going on? This is amazing. Whoa. Oh, she's the devil. Oh, I see now. Interesting, okay. Okay, what's his name? Kyuhyun. Kyuhyun, that's what I need to remember, because he's the one guy I actually do know. Devil's Temptation. Ooh, okay. Rules of gambling. Yeah. Yeah, okay. This is cool. This is a fun song to be able to hear them all showcasing their vocals together as almost like a kind of like an a cappella group. This is like really dope actually, and I feel like this is like what like SM I feel like was like delivering to us back in the day with like groups like Super Junior, and then of course TVXQ, and then even shortly after that really Shiny. Although I don't know if these guys all came around the exact same time, or if like one was like this month and then this was like 6 months later, then this was like 6 months later after that, or a year later, or whatever. But the fact that they basically had 3 powerhouse vocal groups at this time period with these guys is insane. And you can see like why like SM has been known for like just bringing out vocal groups for like days. I mean, like I even look at like the girls side, look at Girls' Generation. I mean, you know, like even Red Velvet, and like even aespa this day, like being 4th gen, like they all are just vocal queens. And you got the vocal kings here with Super Junior, TVXQ, and Shiny. I mean, it's like, you know, damn, they just don't stop. And even I think EXO was under these guys too, right? I think that sounds right. I mean, just these guys, just SM knew what they were doing. I mean, I know that there was probably some controversy with how they treated, like, you know, members, especially TVXQ back in the day, but you can't deny that they didn't know how to put together a damn good group, let's be honest. But this is fun. I like this one a lot. It's a very different side of them I haven't heard yet so far. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey. Sick. It's literally like we're watching like a movie, like 5, 6 different movies. It's sick. But it's cool. It's like you can see like it's almost like she's like the one that's like, it's like she's representing of the devil here, and like each different sector is like represented something that could be considered like a devil's temptation, like the idea of you know, the gambling is almost considered like something that could be like, you know, bad for you, if you will. And then like you see them there getting arrested or whatnot, and you can see like them the one guy being like the chaser or whatever you want to call him, who's on a motorcycle, you know, and like probably like being like part of like a motorcycle racing crew or something like that, which is supposed to, you know, technically be illegal, but a lot of times they get away with it. You know, so I think that she's kind of this advocate of like, it's actually literally it's the devil's advocate. It's like she's the one basically almost like as the provoker of all these things that are supposed to be like bad and frowned upon, you know. So it's cool. I like the fact that we're basically getting like 6 different stories with each member. They're just little short little stories that we get here. It's so cool. I didn't put captions on, I just realized that. Or is there captions? That's the other question. There's not that. Okay, never mind. I tried. Sorry. Ooh, oh, this part. This is cool. Yeah! Street dance of love. Wait, which one was that one? Unintended something. I couldn't read that one said real quick. The unintended intruder. Oh, is that what they're calling the girl? Looks like. Maybe. Yes, they are. The last target. Who's the last target? Oh, it's her, I think. What? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Run! Oh, wow! Whoa. That was cool. Dang, that's almost, I think that's almost like a considerable step up from what I was in from the last couple videos. I mean, yeah, this is like obviously like what, 6 years after they debuted, so you'd think that they were definitely making some massive steps up in terms of music video and the songs. But this was a really fun one, honestly. This was fun to see them be able to show off that, you know, they can progress in a different direction and still be just as good. It's like they went from like the individual like vocals of each member coming in and doing their part with the big nice beautiful synths to this one being kind of more like what I would expect as like a stereotypical, almost like a boy group song, where it's like, you know, very poppy like with some like almost like I said like acapella vocals where they're all singing as one unit, and then even that one part where they had like they had the parts where they had like two or three, maybe 4 different members all singing, and then they jump to somebody else as a little unit singing, and then another unit started singing, and they kind of bounce back and forth there, and that little almost like a little like breakdown and stuff right before, like a little vocal breakdown before the final chorus, I guess you would say. And I really just enjoyed being able to see these guys really like shine together as like one whole vocal unit. When you have that many members and they sound that good together as one whole voice, that's really dope. That shows how good and talented they are. That they all have such different unique vocals, but as a whole unit they sound so good together. And I love that. That's so freaking cool. I mean, honestly, it's cool to see like the change up too, like in the progression they made as artists as they went into this new era, I guess, of like almost like the cusp of 3rd gen, if you will. But let's move along here to the next song, which is, of course, Mamacita. So I'm curious what this one's going to be like. What we got this together? This was 2014, so we're kind of still in that older, and a newer era again. So cool. Mamacita, I'm almost expecting a little bit of some maybe Spanish vibes or something like that. But let's see. I'm curious. Okay, they love doing these like storylines. This is so cool. Bullfighter. The barber. The bounty hunter. The gambler. The bartender. The fruit shop owner. Oh, this is gonna be fun, I can tell. Looking dapper there, boys, with that sharp-ass red suit on. Woo! I like this beat. This is sick.
지금 입을 막고 있네 흘러가는 소리를 따르기로 했네 그냥 슛하면 잠잠해질 걸 모두 애써 바가지를 긁었대 슈퍼맨이라도 기대하고 있니 이만하면 놀기 좋은 세상 맞지 원래 하던 대로 가던 길만 가면 튀어서 망칠 맞을 일이 없잖니 강인하게 지켜 누리요 yes 정리하게 그렇게 말해요 yes 바람을 다 가진 우리요 도대체 무슨 일이 있었나 Hey Mamacita 내가 잔인하게 깨져버린 꿈이
아야야야야 Oh yeah
무너지고 떠났어 눈물마저 담에 말랐어 각도를 승장 무게를 느껴 누가 먼저 시작했던 말도
I love this one right off the bat. This one is good, good, good. These guys know how to create an absolute fire catchy ass song with an incredible in-your-face, just magnificent beat. These guys, I could see why they were just probably just owning the second generation and why they're just so massive. I mean, you know, you can't, I feel like, mention, you know, classic like K-pop like names without mentioning Super Junior. Like, these guys are no matter what gen you came into, I feel like you have to just know that you have to know them. Like, you just have to. Like, it's almost like a requirement to be able to say that you're a K-pop fan, you know? But, oh my gosh, this is cool. And I love, like I said, I love how they have got this, like, super, like, story-based idea behind all their music videos. And I love how each of them have, like, their own characters. Like, I feel like this is, like, so, like, 2010s thing, though, to do. I feel like I've seen this before in, like, so many different music videos from different artists and whatnot, and not even just in Korea, about outside of Korea. And it's cool to see, like, this, like, almost like gap in between, like, all these different, like, groups in different parts of the world that all kind of had that same mentality. It's like how, like, what's a good example? Like, for me, like, growing up in, like, the north in the state of Ohio here in the United States, there's so many different like being, you know, from that specific state, there's so many different areas in the entire United States where, like, I'll see, like, a meme pop up where everybody's, like, they'll, like, talk about, like, things from, like, the 90s and, like, where I grew up at, and they'll be like, oh, remember this, remember that? I'm like, no way, that was, like, a actual worldwide thing. I thought that was just something that happened, you know, just in my state or something like that, you know? But it's, like, it's funny, like, in the generation you grew up in, it's, like, everybody had that same thing. Like, they had the same similar gym classes, like, the same, like, similar language, the same similar, like, you know, things they did at recess, like Foursquare and stuff like that, you know, or Heads Up, 7-Up, you know. And it's just like, it kind of is funny that you don't really think, like, oh wait, this could be actually, like, a nationwide thing. It might not just be, like, just in my state, you know. But I mean, it's just so cool to, like, see that here with music too, where it's like, it doesn't matter what part of the world you're from, they all kind of have that same, like, you know, what the thing was at that point in time, if you will, you know? Like, right now, in our day and age, it's, like, all about memes and TikToks and shit like that. Back in the day, it was about, I guess, like, this kind of, like, you know, music of, like, creating a storyline, basically, and everybody has a character or something. I don't know, it's just, it's so cool.
먼저 시작했던 말도 이제 그만 좀 끝내보고 싶어 서로 자극하는 말 목적 없는 전쟁 같아 당장 눈앞에 이들만 보고 나를 선이빨을 가려도
It's a crown! Why are they freaking out over a crown? They love incorporating the claps, I really like that.
지키지 못할 약속했나요 시원스레 해결해봤나요 도대체 무슨 일일까 Hey Mamacita
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Damn! Okay, Hyukyun. Damn, that's still him? We know. Oh! Oh yeah! Just close your lips, shut your tongue. That was cool. I didn't know they had that in them. That was sick. Damn, he went off on those raps too. Holy crap. That was cool. This must have been like right in the cusp of like when like rapping in groups like started really like blowing up. Because I feel like, you know, you really started seeing like the power of like rapping really take off like with like the likes of like Blackpink and who else? Like I don't really know like what boy groups would have really been bringing out that side of like raps, because obviously rapping in like Korea has been around like since this time period. Obviously, I mean we've seen that, especially with something like 2NE1. But I think that really what delivered it in terms of like every group like designating a rapper, I think kind of started with like Blackpink when they introduced them and had 2 different rappers in their group as designated, you know, that designated role, if you will. So it's cool that in this era, in like 2014, we kind of see 슈퍼주니어 kind of taking that on too, going maybe just from a full vocal group to, oh, we can also tap into the rap side too. We can do that also. So that's awesome. But yeah, I want to see that again because that was sick. I don't know if where do I need to go back to? Did I go back too far? I don't know how far back I need to go. Maybe here? I don't know. Let's see. Okay, we're in the middle of it. Sorry. One sec. Let's try again. Window. Here it is.
Just close your lips, shut your tongue.
Shut your tongue. Oh. Damn, bro. Yeah. Oh my god, the vocal in the background. Ringo. Mamacita 내가 아야야야야. Dang. That, oh my gosh, this was on their 7th album, or mini album, or whatever it is. Dang. They put out so much shit already since in this time period. Oh, that's 6 years in. Actually, that makes sense, because that would have been like on the cusp of them being on their 7-year anniversary. Yeah, that makes sense, Tyler. Don't be an idiot. Anyways, sorry. Okay, anyways, this was so good. Oh my god. This is so catchy. And this is the thing, is like, this must be like their like actor era, where like they were just acting like doing some phenomenal acting in these like different music videos they were doing in this time period. And it's so good too. Like they're really freaking good. I can see why these guys all ended up in the like, entertainment business, because they're so like expressive and so entertaining. Even if it's just like them like silently acting in this music video, it's so damn impressive. It's so cool to see like how talented these like groups are with the acting, the vocals, now incorporating some raps, the choreography. You know, it's like they have the whole. It's like every single member is an all-rounder, and the whole group is an all-rounder, and it's cool to like see them like advance in the way they have been in terms of like the first ones like Mr. Simple, and seeing sorry, and now there's these songs like Devil and Mamacita, where they've gone this more storytelling kind of aspect, and the whole entire group is like singing as one whole unit rather than just as individuals. I mean, and oh my gosh, what's his name? Is it what, Hyukhyun, something like that? The one who I recognize from being a judge, or I guess not really judge, but like a commentator, we'll say, on Single and Inferno. I think that's his name. He has vocals for days. I pointed that out, I think, originally when I first heard Mr. Simple, but he's got some vocal power behind him, and he's just delivering in the background towards the end of that part there, and I'm just like blown away by him. He is so good. I love him to death. He is awesome. He's hilarious also as a person on the show too, as a commentator. But damn, okay. Anyways, we got one more to go, ladies and gentlemen. We have got okay. Hang on now. Let me introduce it. We got this one that is what is this? Bonamana, I think is how we're gonna call this. What would this be? Bonamana, something like that. That's what we're gonna go with. I don't know. I have no idea which one this was in. It's because they don't show it in the bottom here. But I'm sure it's probably around the same time period, maybe, or something like that. But regardless, I'm excited to dive into this. Let's keep going. Last song. Let's do this thing. Here we go. Whoa. I love how they always do like these intros before we dive into the actual song. It's really cool. Oh, hell yeah. Ba 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 da ba ba. Da da da. Oh wait. Nope, no captions. Oh, the eras of the hip thrusting. I can honestly say my mouth actually hurts right now because I've been smiling so much and just like having the time of my life. Like my cheeks hurt because I've been smiling so much and having so much fun. I mean, this must be like the syndrome that you. This must be a symptom of being a stan of like the second gen groups. Your face just always hurts because you're always smiling because you're having a great time every time you hear any type of song from these guys or girl groups too. I mean, my gosh, this is great. I'm gonna have to go do like some facial workouts before I keep doing reactions to these second gen great K-pop groups. This is awesome though. This is so fun. It's so funny how much I can see like influence of like the 1990s and like early 2000s like dancing incorporated into these K-pop groups, because like you can see like how much like influence is probably being taken from like the 1990s and early 2000s like different artists out there. Like I can see like a little bit like Michael Jackson in here, you know, in some of the dance moves. I can see a little bit of like, you know, some of like the guy groups, I guess we'll say the boy bands, whatever you want to call them, that I grew up here in America, kind of influenced in there. And I've seen like dance moves that like I remember were like a thing back in the day during like all types of different performances, whether it was like, you know, regular artists or like boy bands, boy groups, whatever you want to call them and whatnot. It's cool to like see like how much I feel like influence different like cultures had on different like, you know, different bands and stuff. Like I'm sure like there's like probably a lot of Koreans probably had, you know, influence from like Backstreet Boys and from like you know, NSYNC and whatnot. I'm sure maybe NSYNC and Backstreet Boys had influence from somebody else or whatnot. Like, you know, it's cool to see like how like each not only like culture kind of takes influence from one another, but also generational differences. Like some like Michael Jackson had probably like a massive influence on like 1990s like, you know, Gen Z millennial or something like that, or they had influence on somebody like, you know, like I think you guys are getting what I'm taking, but I think you guys are getting what I'm trying to say here. I don't want to keep dragging this on, but the point is, like, I love how it's like generation, like artists from different generations and different cultures all kind of almost influence one another to make this almost like universal like thing, like dancing, be similar and like inspired by it. It's cool. It's really cool. I love seeing that there's like that similarity, if you will, you know. It's crazy how different their vocals were when they first got started versus now. Well, I guess what, 2010s. I love that jump part. That's cool. I love when like groups used to do that. That was such a thing back in the day to like, you know, do like this and then bring it back in. It was so common back in the day. I remember hearing that in so many different songs and different artists and groups and everything. Oh, it's so iconic. Ooh, dance break. Let's go. Go on, boys. Okay. Hell yeah. Such a classic ending every time. When was this one? This is 4th mini album. Or I guess 4th album, it says. I wonder if they were doing mini albums back in the day. I wonder if like back in the day it was just still, I wonder if it was just albums back in the day, or if they were mini albums but they didn't call them mini albums yet. Because I think that every single one of these videos has said like 7th album, 4th album. I don't think any of them said like mini album yet. So I'm wondering when that introduction of like mini album versus an album came out, or like a single, you know. It's interesting. I'm curious to know. But regardless, we have made it to the end. We have made it through all 4 videos, and I'm sure we have so much more to dive into. But this is a good little like dose of, I think that we got a nice little plethora of like the early on stages of Super Junior, plus some of the more 2010s when they've been going for about 6 or 7, we'll say 4, like 5 or 6 years, we'll say. So it was good. I'm glad we got a nice little spread of their discography in this little short little we'll say like I guess journey into them. But anyways, overall this was so much fun. I love seeing just totally different era of K-pop that I've never really been a part of, and the fact that it's like I see like the groups I'm into nowadays, like in terms of like, you know, Stray Kids and you know, who else am I really into right now? because I listen to so much K-pop, I can't keep track of it. Everybody, Stray Kids, ATEEZ, One Us, groups like that are like the ones like I really love right now. But also, like, I mean, I remember like the days of like listening to BTS. I remember the days of listening to Monsta X and whatnot. And so it's like, it's cool to see like how different each era of like these different boy groups has been, and that like really like the foundation of it all kind of started with groups like Super Junior, Big Bang, SHINee, and like without these groups starting off the the movement, we'll say, we wouldn't really have what we have these days with these boy groups that we all love and know from 3rd, 4th, and 5th gen and everything. So, man, I guess we have more than anything just thank these guys for bringing out this incredible thing we call K-pop these days, and really pushing it and driving it into, especially over to our world, to my side of the world with the exposure from America. I mean, most people probably say BTS probably is the main people that brought that over to America, but it doesn't matter who brought it over. The fact is, without these guys, BTS would probably not even existed. But still, so much fun. I cannot wait to dive more into these guys and more other groups, because like I said, we got Big Bang to dive into more if we want to, because I've dove into them a pretty good amount. But like, we got some, we got these guys to continue diving into. We got TVXQ, we got Infinite, we got 2PM. We got so much stuff to still dive into. This second gen journey is just beginning. And I can't wait to just continue on this journey with you guys. I'm having so much fun. I guess that my face still hurts from smiling, but hey, it's okay. I'm having a good time. That's what matters. But yeah, like I said, guys, this journey is far from over. So let me know what else I need to dive into from Super Junior, and if I maybe need to do some live stuff also. Because I'd be more than happy to see them live too, because I'm curious to see how they sound live back in this time period. I'm sure they would nail it, but I'm curious. But anyways, with that being said, if y'all enjoyed this video, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe to the channel by clicking down below, and I'll go ahead and place my reactions playlist for anything second gen, we'll say, over here, and then I'll place my most recent reaction to anything second gen over here. As always, thank you all so much for watching and showing me love and support, and I will see you all in the next video. Alright guys, bye!